Hello and welcome to the Woolly Orange Guy Chrome File Directory Project Showcase. This is a project available on GitHub, and it is a basic Chromium file directory page created as a simple HTML page. You can watch the repository, fork the repository, or star the repository all on GitHub, and there's also a sponsor option. Now as we scroll down the page here, we'll see that there is a Chrome file directory package available for it. That's a Docker container. And it's also built with HTML, a little bit of CSS, and some Dockerfile. Now we can see our project logo on the README here. Scrolling down, we can see what the main page looks like, as well as some of the key features. So there's a basic file directory view, has the name, type, size, and upload date of each thing, folder and file links, icons for folders and files, and is compatible with all web servers and websites, as well as including an automatically generated file listing. It's also cross-platform. Now, if you head down here, you can click the download button to download the main HTML pages, or you can head over here to access a production version of the website. It kind of shows you an overview of what it looks like. You can install it with Git or run the Docker container. And then there's some stuff that will need to be updated before you can make your own and have it actually function. So first thing you can do is it offers an individual style sheet right here. So you can actually take that style sheet and put it in your assets CSS folder or something like that rather than keeping it embedded in the index.html file. First thing you'll want to do is update the title of the page so that way it shows the directory, as well as the header on the page so that way it shows the directory. Then if it's inside of another directory, you would want to remove this style display none tag from the parent.dir link box ID. So instead of commenting it out like we have on other projects, with this one you just remove it by removing the CSS tag. And then you need to create the link to that up level. And then it's all been customized. So then you can add a folder or you can add a file, basically just by copying this text here for a folder or copying this stuff here for a file. Both of them operate very similarly, so I'll just show on the file one. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to change the link here to the file, as well as the name of the file here to create a working link. Then we're going to go over here and replace this with the actual file type, the file size in between here, and the day it has been modified and time it has been modified over here. You can add as many files and as many folders as you want by copying them. Now this project is built along with GitHub, the W3C, W3 Schools, and the Chromium project. So it's licensed under a BSD 2-clause simplified license, which can be found in the license file in their repository. Now the original code for this is built by the Chromium development team and is maintained by Google but released under open source licenses, so we have released this under the same license that they have here down below. Now scrolling back up to the top of the page, we can head over to our main file here. So there's different files. What we want actually is the index.html. That allows us to make our own page. So as you can see, there is embedded HTML style here. And then here's the actual page. So it has our title of example, all of this stuff, and all the individual links. Now this one we use for customizing it in our own way. However, if you head back to the main page, there's also an index_chromium. Now this one here uses JavaScript code as well as CSS embedded and the HTML at the bottom to create a page that will automatically generate the listing of files in the HTML page itself. So just like this, as you can see, there is a whole bunch that have already been created here. However, it'll run on its own when it is created. So we can scroll back up to the top. This is a quite long one as it includes JavaScript scripts as well. And then finally there is the style page. So this basically just has the style that you can export out to let it be used on its own. And then finally there is this icons folder, which is super important that you bring along with you. And it has all of the file folder and up button icons with it. Now if we head over to this side, we can click on this link here and it'll show us a preview of what the page is supposed to look like. So you got your folder here and your file here, all on a nice little page. So I'm here in Visual Studio Code with the main index file open. So as you can see, here's our style, our CSS. That's not super important. Then right here we have the title of the page that we would change. And then our header, which has the directory, which we should change. And then right here, there is no link up to the parent directory because there is no parent directory. Now scrolling down, we see our classes. So there's name, type, size, and date uploaded, as well as our folder and file sample links here. So here we would put our link to our folder, and then the folder name. And then over here, we would just have the date modified for a folder because a folder would not have any of that other data. And then for a file, very similar, the file name and extension are linked to the file here, the type of file that it is, how big it is, and what day and time it has been edited. Now we can move on to the style sheet. So this style sheet is also here specifically for that page if you want to incorporate this into your own style sheet to make your project easier to manage. So all of this stuff is here and it can just be copy pasted. Now this links into this icon folder over here, which is super important that you copy as well so that way your icons work. Finally, there's the index_chromium, which is our basic index page that generates itself. And there is all of this information here, the scripts and stuff. This is copied straight from the Chromium build and everything like that. I would suggest that you do not use this. It's better just to use your own listing and then add the things in on your own. Okay, so if you enjoyed this project and you want to use it to in your own project, then just copy the index HTML file and the icons folder to your own project and set them up in however you want.